Seven of Nine, Jerry Ryan, realized in Star Trek, Picard Season 2 that her greatest power doesn't come from being a Borg. In Star Trek, Picard Season 2, Episode 8, Seven and Raffi Musiker, Michelle Hurd, failed to apprehend the Borg Queen, Annie Wershing, who assimilated Agnes Jurati, Alison Pill, and now controls her body. While Seven used her knowledge and experience from her years as part of the Borg collective to divine the Queen's motives, she also learned that one specific human ability she possesses is Seven's best advantage. Aside from Jean-Luc Picard, Patrick Stewart himself, Seven was in for the biggest shock when she awoke in the Confederation of Earth's reality after Q, John D. Lanke, changed the timeline at the start of Star Trek, Picard Season 2. Seven discovered she was no longer a Borg since she was never assimilated in the Confederation's reality. Rather, Seven was Annika Hansen, her real name, and she was the feared president of the Confederation. Among the many changes in the Confederation, Annika was even married to her magistrate, John Briones, and General Picard, the Confederation's greatest hero, answered to the president. But after Seven joined Picard to time travel back to 2024 Los Angeles, she had another realization. No one was afraid of her any longer because she lacked her Borg implants. For the first time in her life since she was a child, Seven of Nine was able to blend into 21st century society because she looked like a normal human woman. In Star Trek, Picard Season 2, Episode 8, Mercy, Seven of Nine enjoys being human, and she realized her greatest power is her ability to read people. While on the hunt for the Borg Queen in Los Angeles, Seven found that people naturally trust her, and it grants her the ability to gauge them accurately. As Seven told Raffi after they asked a man on the street about the whereabouts of the Borg Queen, "People are easy when they trust you." His face was a map. No wonder I'm president. At this point, Seven has been empowered in a completely different way than when she was a Borg. Even after she was reclaimed by the USS Voyager, Seven found that her Borg implants frightened people when Captain Catherine Janeway's Kate Mulgrew starship returned to Earth. The fear she elicited among people is why Seven decided not to join Starfleet to become a Fenris Ranger instead. Seven's perceptiveness also applies to Raffi, who she is in a relationship with. Although they have their issues, Seven and Raffi have tried to make being a couple work since the end of Star Trek, Picard Season 1. Seven certainly doesn't need her Borg abilities to read Raffi clearly, and she accurately pointed out that Lt. Commander Musiker manipulates people into becoming what she needs them to be. Sadly, Raffi realized Seven was right about her, and this plays into the guilt she feels over the death of Elnor, Evan Evagora. Raffi blames herself for coercing Elnor into joining Starfleet Academy, and she believes that if she hadn't, Elnor would still be alive. Unfortunately, Seven of Nine's power to read people doesn't help her when fighting against the Borg Queen. With her Borg implants, Seven is a stronger hand-to-hand combatant, but as a human, she is easily overpowered by the Borg Queen. It's only because Agnes Jurati psychically pleaded with the Queen to spare her friends that Seven and Raffi survive. It's also sad for Seven that her being fully human is only temporary. If Picard and his motley crew reset the timeline back to the United Federation of Planet Reality, this would inevitably mean Seven of Nine is restored back to being a reclaimed Borg. But now that Seven knows she has the ability to read and understand people, it should serve her well in Star Trek, Picard, even with her Borg implant.